Hello YouTube, Ashpeak with another hair video. This is part 2 of the red mistake hair video. As if you did not already watch it, go over there or over there wherever it says it to watch the first part of where I permanently dye my hair this red color. Um, so, story time. So I bought this My Identity Guy Tang hair coloring like when I recorded the first episode about a month behind, and I was just waiting for my hair to be perfect. So it was perfect. I dyed it. I put it in first with the how I usually use it, and I'll still do this version, conditioner and the coloring into it about not a 50-50 way, not a 50-50, but I did that, put this stuff in my hair, came out, waited about an hour, washed it, came out, and it had a really bad smell, and it was not really bad, like it wasn't sulfur, it was just like a really well-known smell, like I don't know how to really put it, but it was really smelly. So I come out and I had like a strawberry blonde moment or a strawberry platinum blonde moment in a way. So that didn't work. So then I did some research, and you have to use the My Identity 6 volumizer. You can use really any volume or not volumizer developer. What in the world's going on this? Okay, I'm not sure what that was, but if you see any flash in the back, we're like under like a big thunderstorm, so yeah. So you have to use some type of developer. This is an 6V developer. This is for the demi-permanent hair coloring. Um, so I used a 20 developer for almost about an hour, so that kind of killed my hair in a way. So I have a couple products to kind of show you how to kind of combat with it, because I told you guys not to condition hair if you have like normal to oily. If you have dry, to condition after every single shampoo. But what I've been doing on my non-deep wash, I've been using this leave-in conditioner called the Good Stuff. I don't know if it's a well-known brand yet because I literally just found this at Target, and it was one of the top-rated stuff. So um, basically, you take a shower, you come out, you let your hair dry off for a bit, and you just squeeze, starting with a quarter size of the conditioner in your hands, and then throw it through, and just leave it. And that's what I did every single night, and my hair got a little bit better. So I would recommend getting the Good Stuff. That's like the brand, but it's complete repair balm. But a lot of their stuff is like a leave-in conditioner type stuff. But then in the morning, because my hair was more brittle-ish, I went online to find like a hair strengthener, and I got this Red Can Extreme Cat. That's what it's called. It's like this. It was like it's usually around like 20-ish dollars, but my where I bought it was on a sale, and they usually have a big sale every like so up like once a week or so. So those are what I used, and so far that's been kind of like repairing my hair. So now here we go to the dyeing section. As you saw, I got the My Identity in the same exact color, but this is the demi-permanent, so it shouldn't be as permanent. Um, of the 6MR, this was the color. It doesn't really say, but I think it was like Midnight Rose, I think I used. So it's the same exact color. I'll keep this on hand, but I want to show you the same thing. Um, it's the same exact stuff. Let me put it over towards like my blinds. It is clear. as what the other one was. So you're going to have to use some type of developer to activate the color. So today we are actually going to be using a brand that I'm well known with and so far has worked. I've used their electric blue, I used their nautical blue, I used their green. I used a tad bit of some yellow to blend in some colors, but today they released a new shade of purple not too long ago. I want to say, so probably like about a month or so. They released a new color, and it is called Sugar Plum. It is a way darker color than what this is. So what we are going to do, I do like this color quite a bit, but this is after 7 washes, and it's still bleeding. So when a color says long lasting, the bleeding should stop after the second wash, and even after a deep wash, it should just completely disappear. Which I already went through a deep wash cycle and it was still bleeding. So when you have a long lasting product, it should stop bleeding a long time ago. It will like drip a little, like when you wash your hair, you should get some color out. But this was like almost gushing out still, so I don't know what the deal is. If it didn't fully take, if it was way too much product. There's so many variables with the way I do it, so I'm going to try to start measuring out my products as best I can. So um, we are not going to use a full a full 15 mils. We're just going to use a little bit because we're only trying to darken the roots. So I'm going to just mix up. So as I said, try to use a clear or a white conditioner. Sometimes color can change it very slightly, but so that's why I use this. So I'm going to put about like an ounce to a half ounce in this little bowl. So we're just going to put a little bit in. Okay, that's about good. And we're just going to hit the roots. We're going to do like the first part of what we did in the first video was just raking through the bottom. That's all we're going to do. We're not going to mush it up, spread it through, because I want to keep the top color and then just have like a dark root. That's what I want. So with this bowl, we have the conditioner in here. I think just like a straight line, like from one side of the bowl to the other, will be enough, so we'll see. So that's what I'm going to do first. I already popped it, and we're just going to draw one straight line across. Okay. And that, I think that should be enough color, since we're doing a small section. Now I have the same exact chopstick as we used in the previous, so now we stir this up. Okay, I'm gonna mix it more with my hand, but that is about the color I want. It's a way more darker purple. I have 2 white screens right here, so it's coming up a lot lighter, but it is quite a bit like a dark plum, so sugar plum, so that's where we want it. So I'm going to put some gloves on. I'm going to put some Vaseline right here. So I'm going to speed that up. Okay, so as I said before, while I put the Vaseline on, this is only going to be mainly on the roots. It shouldn't be anywhere on the main sections. It should just stay, for the most part, on the roots. You could get this more easily done if you had like a friend or someone, but I don't have a friend and I don't have time or the patience to do it with a brush. So we're gonna do it like how we did in the other one. We're gonna just scoop a bit of product out, put it on the mid fingers, and we're just going to just rake it on through, just all the way back. And this is also be like a glaze type coloring, so and we didn't do a lot. So this should really only hit the underside. So if I have it pushed back on some days, I'll have more of a darker shade. And if I have front, like usually how I do it, I should have a lighter. So now I'm just like patting, spreading it only on the roots. I'm not gonna flare it up. So the tips right here, as you see, they'll stay that like that raspberry, purple raspberry color. So this is just like a shading, and I just dropped some. So this should just darken the roots. This shouldn't do much more than that. And since it's also demi-permanent, I'll probably lighten up into the main color. So I'm gonna let this sit for about an hour or so, and I'll be right back. So that was it, and that was so simple. I actually measured out enough that there's no more left. So good. So now I'll come in back about like an hour or so when my hair is done drying. Okay, I'm back now, and there's some things that I kind of want to reiterate. One, the color you're seeing right now, the camera can't really pick it up as much, but what the camera is picking up is the very dark coloring of the sugar plum color. So if I brush it back, all right there, that's all like the sugar plum color. And this is what happens when you do a glaze coloring. Wherever you put it, that's where it's prominently going to be. And then the way you can get even a better one is if you use a root comb brush, because when you use your hands, you're getting the top. You're not really getting down to the roots, so using a root touch-up bottle would greatly make it better. But all right here is the sugar plum color, and then if I brush it down, it's kind of a bit of a mixture of both of the sugar plum and the midnight rose color. So as you can see more on the bang part right here, you see a lot more of the midnight rose. But if I just flip it over, it's a lot more of the sugar plum. So like say if I have it all come forward, you can see that there is a different coloring. It is the rose color. It's shown up a bit more darker. I'll show you how I would usually do my hair. So I would usually put off to the side so you see a bunch of the rose, but then I would usually swoop back so then you would see the undercolor is a lot darker. So that's kind of what glaze does. The colors are a little bit more darker because I put even more conditioner in my hair of the good stuff. So my hair is very, greasy, but the good stuff will last it lasts quite a bit. It lasts like almost about maybe 10, 12 hours before you possibly need to reapply. Tomorrow I'll probably put a little bit more in, because since some dye colors can dry out your hair a bit more than others, more towards the purple side can actually dry out a bit more. So I will put probably more conditioner in my hair instead of putting in this stuff, the strengthener. I might put like a couple pumps. And I never really explained, this is not a quite good smell, and it's kind of smells like an old grandma, like the old rose scent that maybe your grandmother wore or something. But it's not like overpowering, only putting in like about 3 to 5 squirts and then running it through your hair. So it's not like you're really dousing your hair. But I am going to take a picture 2 days later. So after recording this video, I'll take it 2 days later without any conditioner or additives in it. Some things that you may want to consider is if you have color in hair and say you had it in there and it's still doing runoff, like how I did it. If you do a conditioning bath, it'll brighten up the color, and the runoff should actually kind of like soak back in and then stop for the most part. You kind of don't want to take a shower if after doing a conditioning bath. You want to wait 24 hours, 40 hours, the maximum. If you can do it 8 hours, I would say the minimum, after doing a conditioning bath. A conditioning bath, if I didn't already say, is when you just literally put this in your hair. 1 hour is the minimum for a bath. The best would be to go on a whole 24 hours if you can. That would really help out any damaged or over processed or heated treated hair. So um, if you want to go the cheaper route, look for something that says nourishing on it with essential oils like vitamin E, vitamin C, vitamin D, any protein additives would help so much. Argan oil, doing a shea butter mask would actually also help quite a bit. That would be going on the more somewhat expensive side, with a shea butter mask or a shea butter or an argan oil mask or even a black seed oil mask. Black seed oil is a really good oil to put in your hair, but those you might need to reapply more often than going out and getting like a shampoo. This there's uh, some things I also need to say. There's two versions of a bath or even a dye job. You can always speed up this process. Me, I just do it the slow, better way. I don't like using any more heat than I have to, but putting this on instead of waiting a whole hour, you can put it in, put a plastic hair cap over, and go over with like medium heat for like 10 minutes. And then you can wash out and you're perfectly ready to go. But I don't like that way because I think that you're shocking your hair to suck in almost all the moisture. I would rather do a gradual color depositing than a fast blown like crazy one. So that's why I always do a slow cool method. You can do fast hot, but I wouldn't recommend. If you guys want to, you can try it out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And as I said, 2 days from when I'm recording, so it'll probably be already up on my Instagram if you guys want to see what the hair color truly looks like after probably the first wash or so. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Not Twitter. Twitter will probably never happen, and I'm sorry because from my username, I am kind of like permabanned from Twitter. So, and I am true to my username. I will not change my username. So, sorry about that. But if you guys want to chat at all, at any time, or send me some things you want me to review, maybe in the near future, or a color suggestion, you can just follow me on Instagram at ashpika17, and you can DM me from there. And for the most part, I respond back to almost everyone, and I will, if you guys have any hair questions, um, just leave it down in the comment, and I'll try to do my best to answer that. So, see ya.